Welcome back to Mideast in Depth. Today we shall be comparing responses to the United Nations report about attacks on their facilities in Gaza during last summer's fighting between Hamas and Israel. Ramy Geekery comments on the findings of a United Nations investigation of events during last year's war in Gaza released this week, which concluded that Israeli attacks killed 44 Palestinian civilians who had sheltered in 7 United Nations schools. He asserts that achieving accountability in Israel-Palestine is more possible now than ever before, for 2 main reasons. Palestine is a non-state member of the United Nations system, which means it can use available mechanisms such as the International Criminal Court. And public opinion around the world, including in the US, has become much more balanced in seeking the legitimate rights of Israelis and Palestinians alike. He reminds the reader the Gaza war last year resulted in the deaths of over 2,200 Palestinians and 72 Israelis, and the mass destruction of tens of thousands of homes and other civilian facilities in Gaza. He continues, there is a valid argument that it is unfair to judge Israelis and Palestinians by the same standards, given the preponderance of Israeli might and its disproportionate military attacks against Palestinians. He adds, yet the power and the validity of the rule of law and its handmaiden accountability derive from their applicability equally to both parties, and the Palestinians have said that they are prepared to have their own acts investigated. Ramy Geekery concludes, this UN report on the actions of Israelis and Palestinians in the Gaza war is an opportunity to dare to move toward holding chronic killers accountable. It should not be missed. Jonathan S Tobin asserts in Commentary magazine that before the anti-Israel propaganda machine starts cranking up to denounce the Israelis as war criminals, a closer reading of the report should be made. He states, while Israel's military can't be said to be perfect, the real fault for what happened belongs to both the Hamas terrorist overlords of Gaza and the United Nations Relief and Works Agency, UNRWA, that operated the facilities. He claims if we were to accept these findings as definitive, what can't be forgotten is that the only reason there was any firing anywhere near UN facilities is that Hamas routinely used them and other buildings such as schools and hospitals to shield their efforts to shoot at Israelis. He continues, UNRWA has a long record of allowing itself to be used by Hamas as it employed their members and showed little interest in preventing its buildings from being used the same way all other schools and humanitarian institutions were employed as cover for Hamas fighting. He concludes, as long as Hamas rules in Gaza and UNRWA is its willing accomplice, there will never be any place of safety in the Strip or in Israel. That is the nub of the problem, not specific Israeli decisions to fire on areas where terrorists are shooting. For more updates, please visit levant.tv and subscribe to Mideast in Depth on iTunes. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.